Girl crying. Oh, she just fussing. Not really. Hold on. Sorry about that, y'all. My grandbaby was having a fit. So, y'all, uh, I had to come and tell y'all this. It's very ironic, but it's all good because, to be honest with you, hold on a second. So, You know how you can go on that, where's my stimulus thing, and you can go and put in your direct deposit information. So I go in there, I put in my direct deposit information. I think that maybe what happened was that I guess if you have updated direct deposit information, because when I got my refund, I actually went through Jackson Hewitt. And so I had been checking it, and so I was just curious, and I checked it again, and it was like your payment will be mailed to the address on your return. Well, guess what? My old address is on the return. The correct address is not on my return. So they gonna mail it out, and I'm not gonna get it. And I don't think that they forward those things. I don't think they're gonna forward that at the post office. I can try to forward my mail, but honestly, guys, you know what? I decided I'm not even gonna like worry about it. Like, because first of all, I make money. Like I regardless to if I got that stimulus or not, I'll just go ahead and let it get absorbed. It is what it is, because there's a lot of people that are waiting on their stimulus checks to pay their rent. My rent is paid. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And so, but what baffles me though is that they would do that. So I'm wondering why they did that. But see, I'm not gonna let those vampiric and yeah, y'all enjoy y'all's because I ain't gonna get mine. Oh well, I'll get it in other ways. Cause you think I'm about to call the IRS and sit on hold? Shit. I will not be calling the IRS to sit on hold. I got way more coming. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to let y'all know that I'm not going to get it, but I'm happy that those of you that are going to get it, because whatever it is that the IRS is doing, they can't even do that right. You can't even do that right. I go to your thing, I put in my direct deposit information and put it in, and then you tell me you're going to mail it. Now, did it ever occur to you that maybe I could have moved? No, probably not. But that's okay though, because I'm not sitting over here hurting for that money. So, I feel like this. When something like that happens, that means that an even bigger blessing is coming. And so, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So, yeah. You know what? I guess I could try to forward my mail, but if I'm not mistaken, they don't forward those checks. I don't think that they do. They might. I'll have to look it up. But here's what I want to tell you. If I don't get it, just because I'm not waiting for the government to give me food stamps, and I'm not waiting for the government to give me housing, and I'm not waiting on the government to do shit for me. So I take this as a compliment. Keep your fucking money, government. I don't need the government's money to make it. You know what I'm saying? Real fucking talk. And I have been asking for independence from that because to be honest with you, I was almost at the point where I didn't even qualify for this stimulus, even with two children that I claimed, because I only claimed two of my children for my taxes. But yeah, so you know what I'm saying? It's crazy that they would do that. Thank God I wasn't depending on that check. Thank the goddess. And goddess is just like, girl, please, we getting ready to give you you about to be set for the rest of this year. Real talk, real shit. And that's some Henri. Ain't that Henri though? I don't know. You know what? It's almost like if I were stupid, I would take that as a bad sign or as bad luck. If I were stupid, I'd be going crazy. I'd be calling the Internal Revenue Service. I'd be like, "Oh my God, where's my stimulus check?" You know what I'm saying? And whoever, because to be honest with you, A lot of times it's the 18th. If they're going to mail it, it's going to be, what is that? What's the 24th? Like Tuesday or Wednesday? So if I do the mail forwarding, because to be honest with you, I don't even want to take it because I feel like it's a kick in the face. But then again, it's a kick in the face that ain't gonna do nothing but bring me in more. Yeah, because I ain't at that old address no more. I can imagine that if I was at that old address still, I would probably be struggling right now, but I'm not. And I'm not talking about people that are struggling because I realize that there are people out there that are struggling. And I got y'all back. You know what I'm saying? If y'all get it, hopefully y'all don't have no issue with getting it. Okay? But for some reason, I'm on the list of non-recipients. Oh Lord. You know what? When I looked at that, I actually thought it was pretty funny. I actually did. I laughed. I said, really? See how I don't worry about money. A lot of y'all would just let the government control you and be like, oh my God, I'm screwed. Oh, no. Please don't be like that. Please become independent. Please liberate yourself. There are a lot of people, there's a lot of people that are getting it, but consider the people that are not getting it. Those people are clocking 100 grand by themselves or either 200 grand by themselves. Okay, so if you have the capability, now I will tell you that certain businesses, they can get like, I think you can do some kind of thing, but to me, I feel like it is a sign from my spirits that I don't need it and I ain't gonna never need it. And that's just how I feel about the situation. So I'm ready to party. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, yeah. And like it's like really you're gonna conveniently, so I'll forward my mail if a check shows up, then it shows up. If not, I'm still gonna be on some cool shit. Okay? Cause I'm a real witch. I don't have to beg the government for shit. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. When y'all ready to get to that level, then you'll be ready to work with me. But most people are still very codependent on a government, and that's fine for you to be codependent on them. But you got to think all those people that have been having hiccups. Like there has been so many problems with these stimulus checks. So many problems. I don't even want to fucking deal with it. Like that's why I don't trust them. Remember I told y'all, I said, oh, okay, they talking about not getting those checks to everybody until May. And then they sped up the time frame. Then now they talking about giving people more. I don't need them to give me shit. Keep whatever you got because my spirits is always going to take care of me. And my basic expenses can go upward to 4 to 5 grand per month. Depends on what I'm spending that month. Because a lot of my money I have to invest back into the business. Why? Because I have to buy candles. I have to buy supplies. So, for me, I take it as a compliment and a sign from the spirits. Yeah. Yeah. Well, if they think I'm at the old address, then, and I'm not shit. Can you imagine trying to call into the IRS right now? They not even taking phone calls, so fuck it. You got to be able to make it without it. You got to be able to make it out here on your own without the government. Why you think it's so many problems? It's so many issues with that system. You know what I'm saying? And so, you can't ever in good faith or in good consciousness say, oh, well, the government didn't send me this 1,700 per month. That's barely a $10 per hour job. Okay. If I were making 2,000 a month, I would have no money. I would be broke and poor. I wouldn't have been able to get into this house. So when you think about it, 2,000 a month, it's to supplement people because the economy is inflating again. And so you guys are seeing an increase in the prices, which you probably wouldn't notice. I noticed everything went up. Everything at the grocery store, everything went up. So you got to be above this system. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Mm-hmm. Oh, unapologetic, Ella. Let me tell you something. I actually would prefer not to get it. Because to be honest with you, I was going to buy a gaming system with that. I was going to blow it. I was just going to be entertained by it. My bills paid. And you know what? If you can have that kind of faith in your spirits, I mean, real talk. I think a lot of people expected me to be scared shitless for 4 months when I was out there living in those hotel rooms, or two of them. I lived in two different hotels, okay, after I left that house. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, you know what? I don't believe in the coronavirus, so maybe it's in all fairness that I don't get it. Cuz I just got a feeling that it's not going to get forwarded. I'm pretty sure that now I'm going to be honest with you. Um, you're not going to see me stalking that mailbox at that other house. You're not going to see me doing it. I don't think so. It's a sign to me. It is. But see, here's the thing. I don't want you guys to think that the same thing that happened to me is going to happen to you, because people are very, very, very worried. You know what I'm saying? People are very, very worried, but you got to get yourself to a position where you're not depending on an income tax return either. So in reality, I was doing good getting an income tax return this year. But if I don't get this stimulus, and I definitely don't need the 2,000 per month. I don't need that. You know, that to me, I mean, most people's mortgages, or the average mortgage amount in America is 1,200. So, I think it'll be good for people that are just starting now. Hopefully, people will be able to start their businesses. I think that if your living expenses are, you know what I'm saying, within the realm of that. But again, my regular, thank God that I don't that I didn't have a job. That, a lot of you that have your own businesses, thank God you wasn't dependent on a job. Because to be honest with you, when you think about it, 2,000 a month, they're basing that on poverty level. Okay, so 2,000 a month is not going to sustain a family of people. It's not. It's just not going to do it. Okay, you can sit up here and stretch, and I mean, 2,000 a month can cover your mortgage or your rent. Absolutely. But to be honest with you, think about all of the people who the same thing did happen to where they fucked it up, because they've been having fuck ups. Because I'm like, that don't make no sense. Why would you do that? And then they're claiming this, and that. But I know for a fact that, because I would have gotten the deposit days ago if they were going to do it. So, oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Unapologetic Ella, then you gonna get it then. You'll be okay, sweetie. You know what? When I looked at that, I said, Spirit said to me, you are wealthy. You don't need that. That's exactly what Spirit said to me, because guys, I would have to be a greedy bitch to be sitting up there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not greedy. I earn good money in my business, and so my income, the least that I make per month, and I'm not even going to lie to you, is triple that amount of that 2,000 per month. And it's not bragging. It's just letting you know that I'm just not on that level. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. You said you selfish. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I just wanted to let y'all know that I ain't getting that check. And you know what? It's a lot. It's a couple of people that got that stimulus check, and now they're They acting brand new. You know, all the people that already got theirs is acting brand new right now. Cause, but that, I mean, I'm sorry. You know, I would have gotten 1,700. What the fuck? Like, y'all realize that around this time of the year, my income is typically up to the 10,000 per month. And people said I was lying. What the fuck would I lie about that for? Why would I lie about that? What you gonna see? This is what you gonna see though. You gonna see it. Like, I'm not just talking shit. You'll be able to see it. Oh, so they took off the quarantine. They probably look, the government probably been looking at me like she doesn't believe in the coronavirus. Don't cut her a check. So you know what I'm saying? I think that it would be appropriate for me to not get it because I really don't even want to participate in it. In fact, when I went to the website, I didn't even take it seriously. Like when I put it in, I was like, eh, eh. You said I'm getting it. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. You know what, Orion's daughter? I'm gonna be honest with you. This is my busiest time of the year. Most people know that. People that have an issue with me or want to compete with me. That's why they over here acting a fool and flailing around. But at the end of the day, my spirits they take care. They take care. They do. So that's all it is to it. No check, no quarantine. Yeah, you know what it is? Glitches in the system. But you think I'm about to call them? You think I'm about to spend? Listen, I would rather do a set of readings that's gonna earn me 5 grand. And when I earn my money, it ain't over a time frame, a specific time frame. I get it, get it, get it. Like I get it quick. It's not like it takes that long. So it would be like tomorrow is Saturday. I think they're closed tomorrow. I'm not going to be on the phone with the IRS. You never going to get through. You never going to get through. And so, yeah. So I think that money should go to, you know, either people that are unemployed, lost their jobs. You know what I'm saying? I checked it and they said that Nova America, you must have came in late. You must have came in late. I checked the website. So what I did was a few days ago, I was like, let me go on here. At first, I couldn't even get through. It was busy. The website was busy, but I finally got through. Um, you have to put in your address that you filed on your return. So the address that I used was the old address. And at the time, it was because I was staying in a hotel, and but I shouldn't have. I should have just used the hotel address actually, but or either a PO box. You know what I'm saying? I should have done that. And then I didn't get my PO box until later, but I just think this is a sign. You know what I'm saying? I should have never went on there because it was obviously I put in the correct direct deposit info. They talking about your bank. So probably what they did was they probably tried to send it to the direct deposit information that's on the return. Well, the direct deposit information that's on the return is actually Jackson Hewitt's bank. So at some point, somebody, either it was the bank that did it. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, so that shit is crazy though. hmm I put in I verified the information. I was waiting on it to update and went back on there tonight, just like a few minutes ago before I came on here, probably about 30 minutes before I came on here. And it said, your check is being mailed to the address on your return on April the 24th. So whoever living at that house, like, I'm gonna steal it, because you know the people that oh my God. If you steal it, I'm just going to get triple that amount. Like, spirit is, and this is what I want to tell you. That's why I came on here to talk to y'all. If you having any obstacles in getting that check, don't you think it would make more sense for you to focus on your business? Especially if you got your own business and you really kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but see, when I went on there, I put different banking info in there because they said that if you have a different bank, so I think the reason why they did that is because they did it because I have a different bank. But like I said, um, so if I forward my mail, it's gonna go back to the IRS. The IRS is gonna remail it to the forwarding address, is basically what they're gonna do. So that means that, it'll be like a delay, like a week or whatever. But imagine if you were somebody that has no fucking money and your rent is late. You know what? I'm actually very lucky. Like I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. It's ridiculous. And to be honest with you, if you choose to be in that kind of financial predicament to where, you know what I'm saying, you don't really know no better, or to where you ain't where I'm at or whatever, which I'm not trying to diss or degrade nobody, but those of you that have went through that, some of y'all it's going to take, you know, a couple of more days, because when stuff goes into the IRS, it's got to go through the mail, it's got to go through. So eventually I'm going to get it. But, you know, and so I'll take it and deposit it, into my bank. You know what I'm saying? Because I have three bank accounts. I have like three or four different, streams of ways of getting money. So I'll go in and do that. And in the meantime, my money always comes in. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people will, and you know what? I noticed that on the days where I make a lot of money, like, it's not uncommon for my clients to send me, whatever it is that they need to pay, you know what I'm saying, for their spell work. And those clients, I'm not taking advantage of anybody, because those people have it. They have it, you know what I'm saying? So, but, maybe it may be a reason why, you know what I'm saying, something that they may want to increase it. You know what I'm saying? And just because you have money doesn't mean that you don't have problems and issues. So, yeah, exactly. But I think it's interesting because for those of you that are either not going to get it at all, y'all better go to work. And I'm not talking about getting no job. I'm talking about you better work. Okay? And you ain't got to work hard. Like, for me, I don't consider what I do hard work. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was dealing with some gang stalkers, because y'all got to understand that the tarot world is very treacherous. It's very treacherous. So I was looking at some people that got ran off from tarot, and it's such a shame, because you'll be back. You'll be back. Okay. But if you got ran off from doing it, or if you got ran off of YouTube, you got to understand that, I mean, 5 years ago, I applied at one of those psychic companies where they, you call in and you can make like $1 a minute or whatever, or $2 a minute, taking advantage of people's credit cards and doing these quick 5 minutes readings because they got to hurry up and go. But I went and I applied. And one of the things that obviously they're going to test you, they're going to say, hey, can you do a reading for me? Because they want to know if you're accurate. So the guy definitely said that I was accurate. He was like, oh my God. He was like, you're very accurate. He said, and I've got people that have been working here for years, and I don't want to step on any toes. A week later, my business was popping. I already had spell clients, not just readings, but spell clients. I say that to say this, okay? you have to know that you can make it in this world no matter what. You just have to have faith, and you got to have your spirits right. So, because can you imagine if I didn't make money every day? I make money every day. It's just the reality of it. So, it's three, it is 12:12 in the morning. It's late here. It is late. So, yeah, you guys, I was like, damn it, just, but it ain't about that though. Like, literally, you know how many people are not waiting on those checks? So that kind of takes me out of that loop, because what happens is when everybody knows that everybody is getting money, people get upset. So to be honest with you, all of the negative thoughts, all of the fears and the worries, this could be leading to the computer glitches and things of that nature, and whatever they going through, because everybody always gets up in an uproar. You can tell that the stimulus checks came out this week because a lot of the empty seaters became very negative. You know what I'm saying? Praise Lord Klondike. Girl, I ain't got no jinx or no hex on me. That ain't no jinx or no hex. That's a blessing. I'm good. Trust me. Nova America said, take 3 baths of jinx remover bath. So that would be just like saying that you're hexed because you didn't get approved for food stamps. That's basically no, Nova America. No. For money, I don't have a jinx on me. I have money. There's no block. I don't have any money blocks. I've been making money all day. There's no blocks. I've had some silly ass witches trying to block me, but I don't have any. That's not. I don't have money blocks. Now, if it's no bad energy, I already take baths every day. What the heck is wrong with you, little man? Hold on, y'all. No, I don't. There's no bad energy. There's no money blocks. My son is acting a fool right now. Hold on, y'all. Y'all don't need to hear. Okay, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up because it's late and Jacob up there fussing about something. He's fighting with his sister over something. No, what I was saying to y'all was this. The reason why I came on here is actually for people that may have the same issue. Like you got to understand that sometimes when things like that happen, that means that something better is coming. I'm serious. So when it comes to that's what's so funny about the people that hate on me. They constantly say, oh, she's broke, she's this, and that. But I do very well financially. So for those of you, don't let that shit control you. You know what I'm saying? Because they all trolling, all of them trolling. So, when I get it, I get it. It seemed like to me that you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Girl, I just got money today. Y'all talking about work with King Clawneck, the person of the what did you say? The Astral Bank Vault? I yeah. Yeah, I ain't worrying about it. Oh, you talking about, well, that's what I'm saying. I already know how to do money spells, Nova America. But for anybody else that wants to do that, they can do that because I don't have that problem. Yeah. Well, I don't practice necessarily voodoo specifically, but I don't know I don't know what to say. Like here's the thing. I've had people attack me and attack my money and try to attack me, but it's never actually worked. It doesn't happen. It doesn't work. Okay. Hey Danielle, why don't you let him get that just for yeah, so that's all I'm saying to you guys. I want to give y'all an example of somebody that is not tripping off of it. And so many of y'all, the first thing you would do is I'm gonna call the IRS. I'm not gonna call the IRS so that I can sit there for 8 hours when I could have did readings for 8 hours. In fact, I'm gonna go and get Jacob quiet because I got some client readings to do and some work to do. So you know what I'm saying? It goes to show how you can't depend on them. You can't not necessarily depend on them. And then are you going to complain about it because it's basically free money from them that you can get on your own. Like that's all I'm saying. Like I want you guys to open, like none of my money blocks or blocked. None of my money, all my money is open. Even though I can, Hecate comes to me and she says, hey, this person over here trying to block your money. That's what she says. I swear to goddess. That's what she literally, the messages that come in through her. And then like the next day I just get a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So people want to and you know what, I'm gonna be honest with you. When it comes to this racism stuff, like for you to be so codependent on a government in that capacity, because everybody isn't codependent on the government. Okay. When you're that codependent on the government, they can control you. So, being that I don't believe in the coronavirus, I'm not participating in the fuckery, then I wouldn't even feel right about getting that check anyway. And haven't needed it. And I have 4 children and a grandbaby that drinks a lot of milk. We're not on any WIC. We don't get any food stamps. I make this through my business. It's nobody else's business. And when it comes to who your enemy is, The real enemy is your own people. That's what's so sad about it. That I'm just keeping it real with you. It's your own people. So if you want to stop being blocked, then stop hanging around these roaches and ignorant ass people. I'm just keeping it real with you. I know that that sounds racist on my part, but if I can call you a nigga, I can call you a roach. Cause you know what I'm saying? That's all you see out there is black people hating on each other. And that's real talk. And like for me, they're met with the harshest backlash from doing that, and I always get what I get. So, yes, yes, exactly, because your own people, black people, will have you codependent on the government. They will. Most single black mothers have had to get assistance from the state because the father don't have shit. And that's the truth. So you got to come up out of that. You got to come up out of that. Because on the first of the month, my landlord wanted their rent. There's no eviction freeze, even though I think somebody said that the courthouses was closed. They will still evict you if you can't pay your rent. You can't call them and say, oh, my stimulus check didn't come. See, this is where black people should have been focusing on making sure that they were obtaining wealth within their family instead of focusing on tearing each other down. And I'm not in that group. I'm not in that loop. Sorry. I don't participate. And you can see them all over my channel like roaches. Probably they're doing that. I have no idea. I have no idea why they're attacking me. Probably because those people. Princess Cass, you must be from another country. What's up? She says, someone explain what is a stimulus. I love black women too. But I'm sorry, but that's why I don't even say anything else about Tommy Sotomayor, because how can I sit up here and defend these black women when they're doing exactly what the same woman, the woman that's been stalking me and harassing me, she is the epitome of what he talks about, because it's women like him that are stalking him all day. So, you know what I'm saying? When you see our sisters doing shit like that, what are you supposed to do? Because in reality, I don't bother nobody. I sit over here and make my money. That's all I do. That's why this channel is here. It's not here to come on here and lie in front and say, hey, I got this and I got that, knowing that I don't have it. But that's what a lot of our people are out here doing, and they're constantly distracting you from what you're supposed to be doing. So, because swamp conjure queen over there probably saying, yes, one of my spells finally worked. Let me go over hither. And literally, I've already made 3 times that amount already this month. And so that doesn't mean that when I say that, hey, I've already made like $4,500 this month. Literally, when I say that, that doesn't mean, oh, well, she don't need no clients. So that mean that, somebody need to come over here. No, no, honey. I always clock between 8 and 10 grand during the month of April all the time. Every year. Well, not every year. This year, last year, and the year before. So, this is called alchemy. My spirits, listen, when something happens, that means that something greater is coming for you. That is what that means. So, yeah. Can I do a what? A Pisces reading? I ain't doing no readings right now. Oh God, oh God, Now, if you want me to, I can throw the cards for you if you want me to throw a card for you, but my cards are put up. I ain't even doing no readings right now, but I do have to do a client reading as soon as I get little man quiet. So Mexicans, just specifically Mexicans, can't get it? That's crazy. The stimulus is the government giving aid to Americans to keep the American dollar from crashing and being worthless. Uh-huh. That's exactly what it is. And see, I already stimulate the economy. So to be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? That's something that I'm not depending on it. Like if it never comes and what if your check gets delayed until like August? What the fuck are you going to do? Like you got to understand. And then also a lot of people cannot see past this codependency on the government. They can't see past it. So everybody in Canada can apply right now. And then when you do your income tax, you're determined not to be eligible. You have to pay it back. There's a lot of people taking advantage. Oh, it's so. Oh, yeah. It's a lot of people that ain't gonna see that money. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. They cut it off for men that owe child support. So if you owe child support, you're not gonna get it. So yeah. But, I can imagine that there are a lot of people that are getting them. And, they all like, "Ooh, I got my stimulus." And you got people that ain't going to get it. And they all like, "You bitch." And it's like, do you not see that this whole jealousy and low self-worth thing is a disease? It's a disease. If the government comes to y'all next month and says we are cutting food stamps, would you hyperventilate and die of the corona? That's what a lot of people are doing. Because to be honest with you, there's a lot of people that are afraid of financial freedom. They don't even see it for themselves. For me, I unblocked and broke all kind of cycles in 2018. I'm telling you. 2018 was amazing for me. It was an amazing year. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I've had people that tried to be an obstacle because black people in particular will try to be an obstacle for you. Not saying just black people, because I've had white people hating on me too. But few and far between. Okay. The people that were sending police and stuff to my house, those were not white people. I don't think it was. I don't care who it was. Whatever race that you are, but I'm telling you, the stuff that we do to each other within the black community, and the fact that black people actually prefer failure. They talk all that crap when you down and out. When you down and out, they your best friend, but when you start to come up, they become your enemy because they didn't want to see you make it. They didn't want to see that for you. And it's sad, but it's a lot of our people that are like that. That's real talk, because I congratulate everybody for what they get. I have never ever hated on a person for what they have in my life, and that's why I get mine. That's why I get it in. Okay? So the frequency that whole thing is on, my spirits like, they'll come in and my spirits was like, well, you ain't even got to depend on that. That was the first thought process. I said, well, yeah, I know that. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like, they like, yeah, but you about to get more. You about to get more than that. So, in fact, stuff started to get kind of weird after I went on that website. It's almost like it completely changed the frequencies. Because to be honest with you, since I'm not really participating in the coronavirus scam, why should I get that money? To me, it seems like a big ass insurance scam. That's how I see it. So, you know what I'm saying? But y'all get it because y'all need that boost. Real talk. People that really, really need that money, that lost their jobs and stuff, y'all should get that money. And I was actually rooting for y'all to get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of the reasons why they came out with it earlier. I wasn't doing that for me. I was doing that for y'all because my clients are hardworking Americans and hardworking people over in other countries. You know what I'm saying? So, that's why I did it. To be honest with you, I had ill feelings towards it. Just because it's kind of like, what am I giving up to get that money? What would I be giving up? Well, we gonna find out. We gonna find out. So, and yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that account is a troll. It's a troll. It's probably that River con artist. She conning people by the river. Oh Lord have mercy. You know. I don't know, when I get it, I know I'm gonna spend it on my kids. You know? So, but I don't need the government to take care of my children. And that's all it is to it, man. Y'all gotta stop depending on it. And like a lot of people, like if y'all look at the Facebook post, oh man, the spirits is hungry. I saw a post, it was cold blooded. Um, Somebody posted a meme that said that, when Harriet Tubman was leading the slaves to freedom, she ended up having to pop a couple of the slaves because they was too scared of it. They was too scared of that freedom and independence. What are we gonna do? I want to go back to massa. That's the truth. And like for real, as a black person, you don't even have to participate in that shit. You ain't gotta be about that struggle. You can be about peace and prosperity and getting what you want and not even having to stress about it. Because if I was truly dependent on the government, I'd be on here like, y'all, I need to pay my rent, y'all. But I'm not dependent on them, and I haven't been for quite some time. To be honest with you, here's the thing. The reason why they're also doing this is because they need us. They need y'all. They need the sheep and the herd. They need it. And you know what I'm saying? That's why they crashed everything. Only a few select people that worked at grocery stores in certain areas could keep their jobs. People that were more independent, you know what I'm saying? More of the independent businesses, because if you are, let's say that you do massage therapy. Let's say that you do whatever it is. If you're a witch, if you do Reiki, if you do tarot cards, you have more, like you have a 98%, like you're going to be amongst the people that are going to be all right. And especially if you a witch, like the coronavirus has been around since last year and it never affected my business. So if you're in a business, especially if you're in business in social media, where you going to shake hands with a lot of different people. And if you actually got something that people want, you're going to prosper in this situation. And no, I would never want to prosper off of people suffering. Never. So that's one of the reasons why it's like you can keep your check, okay? Because, I put my direct deposit info in and you're telling me that you're mailing it. Mm. And I've been making it, and I got scammed by this one company when I was paying for my daughter's plane ticket. I got scammed out of $200 almost for plane tickets. And am I hurting because of it? Am I sitting over here like, oh my God, I need that $200. I'm going to call them every day. Hello, are you going to give me back my $200? No, because I've made $200 about 40 times since then. Like, what the fuck am I going to be calling them for? Like, they the ones going to have to deal with the negative karma because they got 200, but I made 4 grand. You see what I'm talking about? You see how when you waste your energy in the unemployment line and when you waste your energy on the phone with the unemployment office and you never get through, and when you do get through, the agent is tired and sometimes they hang up on you. You on the phone with the IRS, you calling folk, help me, help me. If you are doing that, imagine all of the energy, because by the time you get done dealing with that damn struggle, your energy is drained and you ain't got time for nothing else. So many of y'all, even though you sitting at home and you not working, you still working full time and not getting your pay because you're stressed, your vibrations and your energies are being fed upon. These are facts. And I have the right to tell you the truth. There's people over here thumbs and down. They're like, thumb down. Because they are, man. I'm telling you, I'm telling you what I know. So like, there's been several of you that have came to me and said, I got laid off. I applied for unemployment. And I always tell you, don't apply for unemployment. Start your business. How? How? That's the first thing y'all say. And I'll be like, you know what? What they're doing to you is blocking you. So a lot of people have realized that. I've had people getting Gen Hex removers. I've had people getting love work, bindings, cleanses. So where there's a will, there's a way. And you don't have to go into witchcraft. You can, instead of being on the phone with the unemployment office or on the phone wasting all your energy getting vampired on, why don't you go and like get you some raw materials and make something? I know that knitting is you have to be pretty but whatever it is that you can dig deep down into your subconscious and find your north. So I found my north, which means that I'm off the grid. I can tell certain people which county that I'm in. I'm not in the system in that county. Because when you go down there and you apply for those benefits, even though you're doing it because you're in a weak position in life, they see you as incapable. They see you as incapable of supporting yourself. That's how they see you. And this is why everybody like me, but you got the naysayer saying, she ain't got nothing. She ain't got nothing. Call the unemployment office and stay on hold for 10 hours. Hell, they only open from 8 to 5 or from 7 to 5. So they can only take so many calls in one day. And the websites have been crashing. All of these websites have been crashing because there's millions and millions of people trying to access them, trying to access this help when you have the power to help yourself. If you can tap into that and understand what I'm saying, then things will be less frustrating for you. You see, and then you won't have that struggle. Mm-hmm. Did you see the Harriet movie? Well, you know what? Here's the thing though. There are a lot of people that are spiritually lazy and they would rather have somebody do it all for them. Make all the decisions, tell them how much they're worth, tell them how much they should make per month. Sorry guys. You know, they would rather have that lifestyle instead of the lifestyle of somebody that, you got a bill due. You ain't getting excited about it. I get a bill in the mail. I put it on my altar. Hold on a second. I think I kind of know who that lying account is. No, but seriously, there's some people, even people that have their own businesses, their mindset is still in the mode of a job. Their mindset is still in that mode. It really is. And so it's like either you're going to embrace it or not. And when you're able to embrace it and you're able to understand exactly what I'm saying, because I am a single woman with 4 children and 1 grandbaby, and I ain't worried about no damn money. I'm not worried about having money. No, I am not worried about if I'm going to be able to pay my rent. That's not a worry for me. So I remember when I was talking about the stimulus checks and some troll came in here and said, one check is not going to save you. I was like, what the hell? These people are so silly. They just they just don't get it. And they rather be in their ignorant stupor. They rather be in their ignorance. If you want to believe that if you want to believe that I'm dirt poor, and I think that old girl said that my rent was like 100 per month or something. If you want to think that if that is what gets you through the day and helps you deal with your own reality, then think it. But I don't have to think about what you think about, and I don't have to care about what you think about. So y'all got to get up out of that. And the reason why y'all don't think y'all can do any better is because of people like that. Because you listen to them. You listen to them and you take everything that they say to heart. I don't take that stuff to heart. I lay myself, I sit here, I meditate, and the clients just come in. That's just all it is to it. I don't understand why people can't get that. Like it's these people have been struggling. Many of the people that can't stand me, they have literally been struggling. It has been a cognitive dissonance for them that somebody is actually able to grow their business and bloom their business. My business is booming. Like my schedule is always full. If I do have a couple of days where I don't do a reading for somebody, that's usually because I got other work to do and I got to follow up with clients. But other than that, I take that as a little vacation. See, but a lot of people now, another thing that people are stuck on is that you got to have a husband or a boyfriend, somebody that's going to pay them bills. Y'all women have to get out of that because there's nothing wrong with being able to support yourself. Like for me, I'm not going to make a decision on who I marry based upon desperation. I'm going to make that decision based upon the fact that I got my own money, he got his own money, and we going to bring the thing together and it's going to be a party. And you don't have to be at a desperate down and out place and like, oh baby, I need you to help me pay these bills. No. No. When did y'all just started doing this in the year 2000? And it became even more obvious in the black community when I began to elevate myself and when I began to actually be able to support my family. That, my own supposed people would come and try to degrade me and, you know what I'm saying, debase me and disrespect me. So, they got a herd slave mentality. They really do. I don't hang with people like that. I don't even want to be friends with you. I don't want to be friends with somebody that feels the need to get jealous of somebody that has it going on. I wouldn't sit down and participate with you. I'm not going to sit and talk about that person because when you sit and talk about people that you're jealous of because they have more than you, you're basically admitting that you lost. You're basically admitting that you don't have anything. So, those are the people that we're having problems with is those people that are extra, 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 extra codependent. Because they mad because, when the coronavirus came through, all of a sudden they vibrations dropped. Y'all ain't been seeing nothing but energy coming from over here. This is the reason why I'm gonna always stay level. So the government does not pay my bills. They don't. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing, I think that's why a lot of people hate Trump. Not, you know what? I think that they hate him mainly because of what he did to the Latino community. But to be honest with you, when Trump first came into office, he already had money. So he's not even codependent on the government. Okay, most of those presidents, they already have money, but Trump was already a billionaire when he became president of the United States. So he's not going to be, like there was a few things that Obama did, but see, here's the thing. When you start being off the grid and when you become like me, you don't participate in elections. You don't have to worry about politics. People be running around arguing about politics, veins popping out of their foreheads, and they don't realize that you don't even really have to participate in that. Okay, if you're breaking the law in America, then the government can come for you. But as long as you are doing things the correct way, they can't come for you. So why would you need to fear them or feel like, you know what I'm saying? You got to constantly, like, I feel like it's a big mistake for people in the black community to focus on, what the government is doing for them and the Democrats and the Republicans. You know, that is the aspect of it that's really not for you because why would you even need to depend on that system? And I feel really bad for you ladies out there that got these little babies. I remember when my children were around 2. It was different when Jacob was 2 or 3 because I had just started my business. I started my business when Jacob was 2. Yeah, he was about 2. He was about 1 because I started over in Kansas. But those of you with these little children and you're still very young and you unlearned and the father is like literally has nothing to offer you. I've been there, done that. It's a very miserable place to be in, but you know what? Even at the time that I was going through it, I wasn't miserable. I wasn't sad or upset. Just I had 3 babies, stair steps. They were all in diapers. And your mindset is not going to be on that. Your mindset is going to be on changing diapers. But those of you that are where I was when my children were 2 and 3 years old, I want you to start now. I want you to start now. That way, your children, when they get older, they're not used to the struggle and they don't have to adjust. Because when your children have to adjust to not struggling, they are going to automatically assume I'm not going to have the things that I want. Maybe I'll have what I need, but I'm not going to necessarily be getting what I want. But when you have to take kids through that adjustment, that can be difficult too. So do it now while your children is still young and don't be focused on, because some of these people will give you bad advice. I actually looked at a video that somebody did to Strong Mommy Chrissy, which, now that I've looked at her, she does come across as, I see why people have an issue with her. Okay. But there was a lady that made a video to her and said, why you trying to get all these big, nice houses? Just go down there and get you some Section 8 and you'll be okay. Well, first of all, lady, I know that Strong Mommy Chrissy makes a huge YouTube paycheck. I know she does. And then she gets donations from her subs. So she makes a lot of money. She makes a lot more money than some people. Okay, let's put it like that. So she makes her money. She has money. She ain't got no problem with money. Okay. Second of all, why would she go and sit down? And when she said, you need to sit down somewhere and go get you some Section 8. Imagine somebody like that giving you advice. Imagine somebody that would say that. Really? Or are you trolling? Because first of all, lady, if she were to apply for Section 8, she's not going to get it for at least another 2 or 3 years. They got a voucher freeze on that. Ain't nobody getting no new Section 8 vouchers. They put a stop to that. Tell me a person that got a new Section 8 voucher. I walked away from it. Because it represents struggle and I knew that I was limiting myself. In fact, let's say that somebody sits on Section 8 for a year. You only have to report your income every year, but I'm sure that there's some sort of red tape, blue tape, some shit. And you sit there for a year and you don't do nothing but sit on that Section 8. But let's say that you run your business, and let's say that, your business is bringing in, let's say $5,000 a month. $5,000 a month is pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? It is. It depends on your family size, but God is going to provide according to your family size. Remember? See, a lot of people don't know that. They don't know that. Okay. So that's why children end up being a burden to some men, but then children to a man that knows how to get out there and get his children are going to be taken care of because he don't know. So there's a lot of men that run around here. Well, I have a penis, but you ain't got no money. You haven't manifested anything. You don't have anything to offer anybody. A person would be with you and end up homeless or in the streets. So, and not only that, so y'all got to understand, especially you women out there, y'all the one that makes the world go round. Everything comes from you. So why would you ever think that you would have to go and depend on somebody else? So let's say you making about $5,000 a month and you own Section 8. You got your business. And somebody in a financial opportunity comes to you. And they like, I'll give you $50,000 to work a case for me. Okay. I got a big case for you to work for me. I'm gonna pay you $50,000 for this work. Okay. And that year you end up making $200,000 that year. And then Section 8 is like, you made that much, they could prosecute you for making too much money. So it's best for you to get off of those. That's just like somebody was saying, you got a food stamp card. Well, I make too much to get food stamps. So then why would I get them? Why would I go and fraud the state? Why would I, a business owner, go down and say, I'm going to go down here and get these food stamps because, I can foresee that so-and-so going to happen because of the coronavirus. Can y'all imagine if I was that stupid? or dumbed down. And it's your very own fault because you the one doing it to yourself if that's what you doing. You let stuff break you down and break you. You let stuff worry you. You always talking about what you can't do, but not what you can do. So for me, it's like, well, maybe they'll send me the stimulus check. I mean, I did contribute a lot to this world. You know what I'm saying? So, whether or not, but let's say that I was sitting here and I had bills that were due and shit was getting ready to get cut off. And because if I was dependent on that stimulus check, hell, they would have been done filed eviction on me. If I was dependent on that check, if I was dependent on the government, I'd be homeless. I was paying $70 a night for a hotel, which equals up to what, about $2,800 a month. And they came to me and told me to go stay in a shelter. Why would I go and take my children and stay in a shelter when I make enough money to stay in a hotel if that's what I have to do? But see, a lot of people are going to tell you to go the poor way. That's sad that our community and even other communities promote failure to the people in their community, but it's mainly the Black community. And they sit back and they watch you. They sit back and they watch every Black person on here. And they look at you and they go, damn, no wonder your people can't get nowhere. They ain't got no, but see, you know what? You don't need your people's support. I don't give a damn if your whole family done turned against you. You don't need their support because they're never gonna support you in doing good in life. Why would you even want to be cool with your family or your so-called friends that are like that? Elevate yourself. That way, because there's a lot of people and I'm praying for y'all. I am, because you know what? In reality, in a lot of ways, it's not your fault. It's your parents' fault. It's the media's fault. It's the agenda's fault. But you know what? It ultimately is your fault at the end of the day because you're letting them do it and you don't have to. That's just like when I see a Black person like, we slaves, y'all. You want to be a slave. You want to be codependent. So, this is the reason why my rent is paid, and they janking people around on that, Yeah, exactly. And then judge you. And then judge you. Yeah, Orion's daughter, your spirits will provide for your family size. Even the Native Americans knew that. Spirits will provide. You have to be able to survive. Otherwise, you won't pay your rent. You won't be able to pay your bills. And listen, that eviction freeze only applies to people that are on Section 8. If you are in a regular rental agreement, your landlord is like, run me my money. Oh man, I ain't got it. What you mean you ain't got it? But you signed this contract here. So you got to understand that your spirits is going to work in conjunction with that contract. If you got a contract to pay $1,500 a month and you write with your spirits, they gonna handle that for you. And people don't get that. I try to tell people, I tell that people to people every day. Most people believe in what I'm saying. That's why they doing good. All my clients, they ain't worrying about nothing. I bet you it's a bunch of these so-called spiritualists out here. They got clients contacting them left and right, talking about I got this problem, that problem, this problem, that problem, this problem, that problem. They don't know how to resolve it because they got problems themselves. And then tried to put that stuff on me. Honey, I ain't got no finance. This woman tried to tell me The wheel of fortune is in reverse for her. It's like she probably over there like, good. I'm glad you're not gonna get the stimulus check because you already done made about 4, 5 grand this month, Jamila. Who do you think you are? Oh my lordy. Yeah, and at the same time, not only did I have to pay my rent, but I had to pay for plane tickets, travel, baggage. You can go and get a plane ticket for $30 or $60. They go up and down, but they're gonna charge you about $200 for your luggage or more. Okay, what's up, Sarah in Nisut? How you doing, Nisut? Am I pronouncing that correctly? So. Oh yeah, absolutely. Because you know why you know? You know why you know? Because you saw it manifest in me. You saw that. And I told y'all about 5 years ago, it was like, you got all them 5, 6 kids. I don't have 5 or 6 kids. Every time they talked about me, she got 10 different kids by 20 different baby daddies. The slut. Remember that, child? And I said it back then. I said, you know what Spirit came through and told me? Spirit came through and told me that God is going to bless you. Like people say, I got 10 kids. What is I going to do? Well, God is blessing you. Instead, what you rather do is become codependent, go to the welfare office, get 10% of what God could actually give to you if you just try. But people don't believe it. They don't understand that life is but a dream. They don't understand that. They don't understand the reality that we're living in and why you are dealing with what you're dealing with. They don't. They don't get it. They don't realize that you realize that all of your problems is coming from your mind. You realize that, right? They like, what are you talking about? She's stupid. She had sex, y'all. She had sex with somebody, y'all. That's all they want to talk about. They don't want to talk about the fact that I'm a money goddess. They don't want to talk about that. And see, here's the thing. I'm going to make even more. I'm going to make more than that. I'm going to make double that amount this month. So when you learn how to not worry about those things and you learn how to have faith and trust in your spirits, but then also you better be grateful. That don't mean that I got to take somebody's damn spiritual abuse. You come to me and pay me some money. You pay me $60 for a reading and you expect me to take all your issues and you going to dump everything off on me. I don't think so. You call me with about $3,000 worth of problems. That's what I'm going to charge you for. And I'm going to get it no matter what. So y'all better understand that it's your mind that does it all. And where are you going to be? Where are you going to be when all of this is said and done? I know that Jamila is looking forward to the 4th of July. My birthday is coming up in June. And then, I already have a nice little cushiony spot right here for my Christmas tree. Now, Spirit has been telling me to put up my Christmas tree. So some of y'all that need to uplift your spirits right now, do that. Listen to Christmas music. I've been listening to Let It Snow by Boys to Men. See what I'm saying? You gotta make sure that you are on point and that, because when you stop depending on the government, then that is when you can stop complaining about everything else and start manifesting. So right now, at the time of my life, I'm having the time of my life and I'm experiencing such a powerful energy shift. It's where, guys, it's amazing. It is amazing. Okay. And you know what? It's so funny because when you get upset, a lot of y'all, when y'all get upset, y'all want to come on here. Y'all want to cuss people out. Y'all want to lie on people. Y'all want to try to degrade people. But your spirits is sitting there looking at you, shaking their head. Because they all around you. They trying to give you the warmth and the love and the support that you need, but you so damn dumb that you don't even feel them. You don't even know they there. So then you come on here and you try to blame somebody else. You try to come at somebody else. You know what I'm saying? When literally I recovered from spiritual warfare like in 10 minutes. Like people be like, it's spiritual warfare. And they be down for like 3-4 years. You ain't supposed to let that stuff affect you. You do you. In fact, you all this spiritual warfare that y'all talking about, that ain't even your war. That's you. You just getting involved in shit that ain't your business. For real. Okay. So I'm just telling y'all, man. So anyway, yeah. So like I said, I will forward the mail. Other than that, calling and doing all that shit, sweating and where that man, that's energy you wasting right there where you stressing and you calling and you like, I'm on hold with the IRS. Call me back. Folk calling you. I'm on the phone. And you sit there for hours and you can feel something sucking your energy, just pulling on you, just pulling. And you just sit there and you let yourself be drained. And then you lay down and go to sleep with a headache. And then you wake up the next morning depressed. Why y'all letting them do that to y'all? Why y'all letting this do this to y'all? Since they started releasing these stimulus checks, the IRS said, don't call us. They not going to answer the phone. So what are you going to do? You going to starve to death? That would be real sad for you to be disconnected from your nature. That would be really sad for you to be disconnected from your power of survival, which comes from the root chakra. And I already know that many of y'all, the root chakra curses have been unearthing themselves. Because the other day, my back was killing me. I went and took my bath and like all that just gone. But I can feel a lot of y'all got back pain. You think now you think you got the coronavirus and back cancer, and then y'all think y'all kidneys are failing. Y'all just going through it, and you know what? If I can just tell you the truth about it, which is what I've been saying, and spirit ain't done, like I have no doubt, and you can't have no doubt about yourself. When you have doubt, self-doubt, like you'll hear people say that self-doubt. That sounds like such a simple word, but that word is so heavy. Self-doubt, fear. That word is, oh man, I wouldn't even want to be that word ever. So please know that y'all gonna be okay. Now this is what I think is gonna happen. I think that stimulus check gonna show up in my account. Because I think that the system is glitching. I think they're going to release it on the 24th or probably sooner than that. That's what I think it is. Because, that system may not be set up. But see, I already have money in my account. So when that come in, that'll just be extra. That's just like with my income tax. I didn't want to depend on it at all. You should not be sitting there waiting and praying and stressing for your income tax every year. Do you not see that that is a game? Do you not see that there's something feeding off of you while you're sitting there stressing? I got to pay my light bill. I got to pay this. I got to pay that. Why wasn't you able to pay that before you got that income tax? Because when I do money counseling for people, I dig deep. And I done did money counseling for people and had people sit there and just start crying. Like it just all starts coming out. They like, Jamila, I feel like you unblocking me. You know what I'm saying? So that's a very powerful thing when you discover your power. And many people are afraid of their own power. They don't know what's happening to them. They're like, why I feel like this? I feel weird. I feel different. I feel this. I feel that. You're having a cognitive dissonance. Anybody that is not spiritually where you're supposed to be, you are having a really, really hard time right now. if you wrapped up in certain stuff. If you wrapped up in, oh, I'm gonna do an insurance scam or I'm gonna do this, you even our government is not where a lot of these witches are at. I know a lot of witches that y'all don't know about. These women are millionaires. They're millionaires and they come to me to get spiritual work and they're worth millions. What does that tell you? Doesn't really tell you anything about me, but these witches were able to, and they're not singers or actors, but they're millionaires. They don't go around broadcasting it to everybody. They don't say, oh, because sometimes they don't do that. Okay. And they don't, like I said, they don't go around broadcasting to everybody what they got, but they definitely got it. And so, if you go and ask them, they're gonna say, I've got to go and, I'm about to go and do a ritual with Hecate, or I'm getting ready to go and do a ritual with Ostara. What are you talking about? I don't even want to talk about this. Because to be honest with you, I thought about not even mentioning the Toyota Corolla. I thought about not even talking about it at all on my channel because I'm not a part of that. Sometimes our government, the government is made up of debt. The government claims to be in debt. They've been claiming that for years. Oh, we've debt, 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 debt. And they'll say, oh, well, it's because of all these people that we're having to support and this and that, and it's because of retirement, it's because of social security, it's because of this, it's because of that. But in reality, they don't even realize that all of these people, or maybe they do realize it and they're behind it, but they don't realize that there's interdimensional beings that are feeding all of your energy that's supposed to be used to manifest your financial security. You're giving it to them. So, for example, let's say that you had a Section 8 voucher and you had your own business. Same thing with me. I sat up there and I realized, I said, it's time for me to go. I was like, I'm about to take off like a rocket. Real talk. And you sitting there and you got this voucher, and your voucher covers a certain portion of your rent. But what you don't realize is that while you are in that voucher limit, you have to stay in those income limits, so automatically you're going to be limited. Not to mention the fact that when I was on housing, I felt something feeding on me all the time. I don't feel that anymore. Okay. Now it's the spirit of struggle. It's the spirit of poverty that's feeding off of you, which is a demon, because it'll tell you, well, just go ahead and make about 2,000 a month. And then we'll get, the housing people to pay, and you ain't got to pay but about 100 a month for your rent. And we'll keep you at about 2,000-3,000 a month. If you say fuck you and fuck that, then your income can be 10,000 per month, and then you won't need the Section 8. But a lot of people say, well, what if I leave the Section 8 and I can't make it? Will you not ready then? If you say that, if you're thinking in your mind, I'm leaving Section 8, this is free money. Seemingly, it's not free. I'm telling you, the landlords treat you like crap. You don't get good treatment from them. And the landlords is trying to take advantage of you as well. They showed this one landlord, they showed it was on YouTube. The woman recorded the conversation with the landlord. He came over there and told that lady, he said, you gonna take care of me today, right? He was trying to get sex from her. He was like, you gonna take care of me today, right? You gonna give me what I need. So many of these landlords will be taking advantage of that in some kind of way. And I feel that women don't need Section 8 to make it. This is limiting you, sis. It is. And I can tell you, because when I got off of it, it felt like I felt like I was freed from chains, because I was freed from the demon of poverty. And the demon of poverty don't like for you to be free of him because he can't feed off of you. The reason why poverty exists, the reason why debt exists is because there's something pulling our energy as a collective. When you start to understand these interdimensional beings, and they doing it to the people in the White House. Why do you think that all the presidents go in there and they age about 40 years? All of them start looking old after about a year of being president. So for me, like the president of the United States, they make what, 350,000 per year, even when they're not president. So you're gonna get money. You're gonna get a residual income, right? Is what I read about presidents. Okay. Imagine if you would lift the glass ceiling, what you could do. But see, the way society looks at it is they look at it as it's not enough. Spirit says different. Because there's people that'll look at you and say, oh, you ain't gonna make it, you ain't gonna do this, you ain't gonna do that, you can't get that, you can't get that. But when you get it, they looking back with their mouth drop, they jaw drops. How did you do that? We're in a recession. How were you able to do that? You're in a recession. You're in a recession because you depend on the government. You depend on a job that fired you when you needed them the most instead of allowing you to work at home. They could do whatever they want. Your fate is decided by somebody else every damn day of your life. They could pull the plug on your job, and it's nothing you can do about it. And then to add insult to injury, they gonna feed on you at the unemployment office. They gonna feed on you while you calling them. That's why you sitting there stressed out like, damn. And then you start getting bored. Shit, I've been sitting here waiting. You know, your phone done went dead. You got your phone connected to the charger, but you've been on hold for so damn long. Okay. Yes, it is. And yeah, true love, self-love, and self-preservation. Okay. Nothing says like, okay, if you have things that you want, but you never go and get it because you don't think that you can, well, then you failed before you even started. It's not, that's not even the way that this world is set up for you to be scared if you're going to make it without a government freaking stiff or stipend. You can't think this way because you can. I mean, this whole presidency and stuff, the government is getting more attention than they ever have gotten in months with nobody paying no attention. You know what I'm saying? The governments do this stuff for attention. So I got to be honest with you guys. And attention gives you what? Energy. This one of the reasons why my spirits ain't going to shut up my enemies, because my enemies turn me into gold, because I can always transmute that energy. So you thought it was what it was, but it's actually the other way around. The government has limits. They are the ones that are controlled by the banks and whatever else, however they got it set up. They are the ones controlled by that, not you. You don't have to be controlled by that. And I can't tell you, I can't even tell you enough about nature. So, that just to let you guys know, when this is all said and done, I hope that you guys can look at it the way that it is and not the way that you want it to be, because you got to look at the way that it is, because that is the way that it is. And it truly is what it is. Right, exactly. And I couldn't wait to get out of that house. That landlord tried to prolong it by filing an eviction on me, even though I just gave notice. So he filed a retaliatory eviction against me. I shouldn't have settled it in mediation. I should have let it go to trial so that he could get his full gettings. But I decided that, I was sitting there waiting in the courtroom. I was tired. I was like, I'm ready to just get home, drink my wine. You know what I'm saying? and do my thing, But, it could have been worse on the landlord. But that landlord did some disgusting stuff. But guess what? I still prevailed. I moved out, moved my stuff into storage. Yeah, I had to go stay at a hotel for 4 months. But guess what? I was free when I was at that hotel. I was free. I was liberated. But I was at a crossroads. And and spirit was like, what you gonna do? You either gonna get what you want, you gonna take less than what you want right now, or you're gonna get what you want and you're gonna be stronger and more powerful than ever. Which one are you gonna do? So, and when you cut off from your spirits like that, when you're cut off from your ancestors like that, because most of y'all, the reason why you're cut off from your ancestors is because your portals are closed. So how are you going to get that information and energy if your portals are closed? How are you going to get to your spirit guides? How are you going to get to your money when your portals are closed? You can't. And I think, honestly, that people need to get prepared, because I think that once they start doing this, I really feel that people need to try as many people as possible. Okay, because everything starts with your mind. When you have a healthy mind, you're able to do those things. So you have to have, that's the one thing about me, when they was calling people, and even when I would come on here and cuss people out and roast people, the one thing that stands out is that obviously I have good sense and my eyes ain't rolling all around in my freaking head. So this is one of the reasons it wasn't even my spirits. My spirits are like, you doing all of this, you're making all of these advances forward. You are. Because in the 80s, which is the reason why I love the 80s, in the 80s, that was the decade of the woman. Okay. Women were doing it big. And then for some reason in the 2000s, women began to slip and slip and slip to where it became even more difficult for them to survive. And you got to ask yourself, how are you going to survive? It's so sad, but we got people out there that commit suicide when they lose their jobs. And we've all heard about those types of people. We've heard about people that didn't know what the hell to do, didn't know how to survive, and actually just said, screw it, I'm going to destroy my whole family because I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, but you know what? If you don't know what you're going to do, then you better figure it out. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. So, anyway, guys, I gotta go. Tomorrow's Saturday, my favorite day of the week. Saturday is my favorite day of the week. I love it. So, I'll see y'all later. I gotta go. It's 8 thumbs up. We got 8 thumbs up, Orion's daughter. All right, y'all. I will see y'all later. Love and light, peace and blessings to you guys. If you want to know more about what I'm talking about, your individual money portals, not going and working for a job and making your boss rich. I'm not talking about that. That's only supposed to be a stepping stone. That's why many of these jobs, they fire all the old people and all the young people come in there, and it's like a revolving door. So there's literally no such thing as job security. That changed about 20 years ago. Okay. Yes. So if you guys want to know your individual money portals, I'm always here because this is the time to explore those. Okay. So I will see you guys later. All of my contact information is below. Those of you that are getting your stimulus checks, enjoy it. Many of y'all are paying bills with that, but invest some of that in unblocking, Because I got a lot of people waiting on their stimulus checks to hit their account. So I'm going to be very busy for the next couple of months because there's a lot of people, they like, when my stimulus hit, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming to get a cleanse, or I'm coming to get this, or I'm coming to get that. Because, to a lot of my clients, that's just extra money for them. So, and I do a lot of work for business owners and for witches and for psychics. So if you guys need my help, I'm always here. Love and light. I love you guys. All right, Orion's daughter, thank you for coming. Thank all of y'all for coming. I will see y'all later. All right, bye-bye.